Two people, same marina, same morning. One just bought a yacht for $400,000. 15 years of planning, taking photos, calling his friends. Feels like life is finally complete. The other owns a 400-foot floating palace, worth $600 million. He doesn't even know what it cost. His team handles that. Same ocean, completely different realities. Here's what nobody tells you. The boat is never the expensive part. The lifestyle is. Let's break it down. Level 1, entry yacht, 30 to 40 feet. Price $100,000 to $500,000. Small cabin, basic kitchen, weekend trips, 4 people maximum if nobody moves around too much. Buyers feel like they've made it. They post the pictures. They call themselves yacht owners. Technically true. Practically it's a floating RV. Reality hits within 6 months. Marina fees, insurance, engine maintenance. A $300,000 yacht costs around $40,000 a year just to exist. You're not paying for the boat. You're paying for the right to keep the boat. Level 2, mid-range yacht, 40 to 80 feet. Price $500,000 to $2 million. Proper cabins, full kitchen. Some owners charter the yacht to offset expenses. Here's the math nobody talks about. Charter it for 15 weeks at $15,000 per week. That's $225,000. Sounds great. Until the management company takes 30%. Then add extra wear and tear, higher insurance premiums, maintenance, cleaning and restocking costs. The harsh truth is, you cannot yacht your way out of yacht expenses. A bigger boat doesn't solve the problem, it multiplies it. Level 3, entry super yacht, 80 to 130 feet. Price $2 million to $10 million. This is the official dividing line. Under 80 feet yacht, over 80 feet super yacht. For the first time, you need a full-time crew. Captain, chef, deckhands, 4 to 6 people whose entire job is maintaining a vessel you only use occasionally. Crew salaries alone, $400,000 to $600,000 per year. Fuel costs $20,000 per week at cruising speed. Annual operating costs $1 million to $1.5 million. But here's what changes. You stop managing the experience. The experience is managed for you. And that shift from owner to guest on your own vessel is what pulls people toward the next level. Level 4, mid-super yacht, 130 to 200 feet. Price $10 million to $50 million. Helipad, swimming pool, beach club, submarine, jet skis. A crew of 15 to 20 people year-round. Whether you're on board or not, annual operating costs $4 million to $8 million. Here's the rule. Every yacht broker eventually tells you. Annual costs average around 10% of the purchase price every single year. Buy a $30 million yacht and budget $3 million annually forever. That's not vacation money. That's a second household operating non-stop in the background. Whether you show up or not, level 5, large super yacht, 200 to 300 feet. Price $50 million to $150 million. This is where names like Abramovich, Bezos, and Musk enter the conversation. Private cinema, medical suite, advanced stabilization systems. So guests barely feel rough seas. Crew of 30 to 40 people. Annual operating costs, $15 million to $20 million. But here's the detail most people never hear about. At this level, the yacht often travels with a shadow vessel, a second ship carrying extra fuel, supplies, security equipment, and staff. You're not managing a boat anymore. You're managing a fleet. And the owner hasn't looked at the operating budget in years. Not because he's careless, because monitoring it is someone else's full-time job. Level 6, the Gigayacht, 300 feet and above. Price $150 million to $500 million. Fewer than 100 exist in the entire world. The Dilbar, 512 feet, indoor swimming pool, crew of 80, annual operating costs around $50 million. The Azzam, 590 feet, one of the fastest yachts ever built at this size, constructed for Abu Dhabi royalty. Estimated cost $600 million. Private satellite systems, dedicated security center, its own desalination plant producing fresh water directly from seawater. It doesn't rely on any port for survival. This is not a boat. It is a sovereign environment, a floating territory operating by its own rules. The owners don't think of themselves as yacht owners. The yacht is simply one asset among many. The most visible one, not the most valuable one. Level 7, Royal and State Yachts. This is no longer yacht ownership. This is floating sovereignty. The Al Salama, part of the Saudi Royal Fleet. 457 feet. Hospital, ballroom, secure communications center. Meetings held aboard vessels like this can influence the direction of nations. HMY Britannia, the former British Royal Yacht, served from 1954 to 1997, completed 968 official voyages. It wasn't decommissioned because it became outdated. It was retired because the annual £11 million operating cost became politically impossible to justify publicly. The Sultan of Brunei's fleet rarely appears in public registries. Locations undisclosed, costs unknown. These are not yachts. They are floating embassies with engines. The honest verdict, level 1 and 2. The subscription trap, real costs arrive fast. Level 3, the official beginning of the superyacht world. Crew and fuel transform a boat into a full-scale operation. Level 4, the 10% rule. Budget for it permanently. Level 5, fleet management. Shadow vessels appear. Owners stop checking expenses themselves. Level 6, sovereign environments. Fewer than 100 exist worldwide. Level 7, floating nations. Diplomatic tools. Extensions of state power. And here's the truth. Nobody says directly. Nobody buys a superyacht for the boat itself. They buy it for what the boat represents. Freedom from geography. Freedom from schedules. Freedom from the constraints that control everyone else's movement through the world. The entry-level buyer wants to feel free for a weekend. The Gigayacht owner has effectively removed geographical limitations from his life entirely. Same ocean, same water, same horizon. Completely different relationships with what freedom actually means. The yacht was never the point. What matters is what you do when nobody can reach you.